What if I told you that staying strong after 60 doesn't depend on intense workouts, expensive gyms, or fancy supplements, but on 6 gentle Japanese movements that have quietly kept generations healthy for nearly a century? In Japan, people don't just live long, they live well. Over 90,000 Japanese citizens are now over the age of 100, and many still walk unaided, climb stairs, and tend to their gardens every day. Their secret? Not a miracle gene, not an extreme diet. It's daily movement, mindful, consistent, and deeply rooted in centuries-old tradition. While the Western world often equates fitness with pain and exhaustion, the Japanese approach it differently. They see movement as a conversation with the body, not a battle against it. Gentle repetition instead of intensity, consistency instead of perfection, harmony instead of force. In this video, we'll explore 6 traditional Japanese movements that have helped millions maintain strong legs, supple joints, and sharp balance well into their later years. Each movement is simple enough to do at home, yet powerful enough to restore your confidence in your body, no matter your current fitness level. By the end, you'll understand how small, intentional movement can rewrite the way you age, helping you stand taller, move easier, and live more fully. So grab a chair, make some space in your living room, and let's begin. Our first movement comes from one of Japan's oldest martial traditions, sumo wrestling. It's called Shiko, or the stomping stance, and it's been practiced for over 1,000 years to build lower body strength and stability. At first glance, Shiko looks simple: a wide stance, a slow bend of the knees, and a deliberate lift of one leg. But the power of this movement isn't in its force, it's in its awareness. Each repetition reawakens muscles that time, sitting, and stress have put to sleep. Here's how to perform it. Stand with your feet wide, about twice shoulder width apart, and point your toes slightly outward. Keep your chest open and your spine tall. Slowly bend your knees and lower your hips, as if you're sitting between your legs. From this position, gently lift one foot off the ground a few inches. Hold for a second, then lower it. Repeat on the other side. You'll immediately feel your legs engage, the thighs, the hips, even the muscles around your ankles. These are the exact muscles that help you rise from a chair, climb stairs, and maintain balance on uneven ground. Biomechanical studies have shown that this wide-legged stance activates far more stabilizing muscle fibers than a typical squat, while placing less stress on your knees and back. That makes it especially safe and effective for those over 60. But there's something deeper happening here. Shiko reconnects your mind to your legs, the literal foundation of your independence. Every lift and stomp reminds your nervous system that you are still capable, grounded, and strong. If you're just starting out, try holding the stance for 20 to 30 seconds, or doing 4 to 6 slow repetitions per leg. Use a sturdy chair for balance if needed. The key is consistency, not intensity. Over time, your legs will respond, not by growing bulky, but by becoming awake again. And as you stand taller afterward, notice the subtle feeling of rootedness in your body. That's Shiko working, the Japanese way to build strength from the ground up. Now that we've built your foundation with Shiko, it's time to awaken your sense of balance, the quiet skill that keeps you confident on your feet every day. In Japanese martial arts, there's a stance called Neko Ashi Dachi, which translates to cat foot stance. Picture a cat preparing to leap, steady yet light, grounded yet ready. That's the feeling we're recreating here. Calm stability with a touch of alertness. Balance often fades without us noticing. After 60, we naturally lose coordination between the feet, hips, and core. Neko Ashi Dachi trains these systems to communicate again, not through struggle, but through awareness. Here's how to practice. Stand with 1 foot forward and 1 foot back, about a step apart. Keep your front heel slightly lifted, resting just the ball of your foot on the floor. Bend both knees gently and let about 70% of your weight settle into your back leg. Breathe deeply, feeling the micro adjustments your body makes to stay balanced. You might feel small wobbles. That's good. Those tiny corrections activate your ankle stabilizers, deep hip muscles, and the inner core, the exact network that keeps you upright when you slip, turn, or walk on uneven ground. At first, try holding the stance for 20 to 30 seconds on each side. As you progress, add subtle movements. Lift your arms slowly. Shift your weight gently forward and back. Each micro movement teaches your body to respond fluidly, not fearfully. In Japan, elders often say, "The feet are the roots of life." This exercise nourishes those roots. Strong balance means freedom. The freedom to walk confidently, to travel, to live without fear of falling. If you find this helpful, let me know in the comments. Type number 2 so I know you're with me. And don't forget to subscribe for more movement wisdom like this. Strength and balance are essential, but posture is what holds it all together. Our next movement, Seiza, is one of Japan's most traditional sitting positions, practiced for centuries during tea ceremonies, meditation, and daily rituals. Modern life shortens our hip flexors, weakens our core, and rounds our shoulders. Seiza restores what sitting in chairs has taken away. Here's how to perform it safely. Kneel on a soft surface or cushion, knees together. Point your toes straight back, with the tops of your feet resting flat on the ground. Slowly lower your hips until you're sitting on your heels. Keep your spine long and neutral. Imagine a thread gently pulling the top of your head toward the ceiling. Rest your hands comfortably on your thighs and breathe slowly. This position deeply stretches your quadriceps and hip flexors, muscles that tend to tighten with age, while activating your spinal stabilizers. Unlike slouching in a chair, Seiza requires subtle engagement from your core, back, and legs. You're not just sitting, you're training your posture from the inside out. If Seiza feels uncomfortable on your knees, place a folded towel or cushion between your heels and hips. Start with 30 seconds and gradually build up to a few minutes. Practice while meditating, journaling, or simply breathing. Over time, you'll notice your natural posture improving. Shoulders open, chest lifted, and spine more aligned. It's quiet, but powerful. In Japan, people often say, "How you sit is how you live." Seiza reminds us that even rest can be a form of strength. That stillness, when practiced with intention, can rebuild your body's grace. We've awakened strength, balance, and posture. Now let's travel deeper, to the core. Not the six-pack kind, but the true center of your body's power and calm. In Japan, that center is trained through Zazen, the art of seated meditation. Zazen isn't about emptying the mind. It's about anchoring awareness in the body. For centuries, Zen monks have held this seated posture for hours, developing mental stillness and physical endurance at once. You might think meditation is purely spiritual, but Zazen is also one of the most profound core training practices ever developed. Here's how to begin. Sit on the floor with your legs crossed. If possible, place each foot on the opposite thigh, the lotus position. But if that's too much, simple cross-legged works perfectly. Elevate your hips with a firm cushion so your knees can rest gently toward the ground. Keep your spine tall and your shoulders relaxed. Tuck your chin slightly, as though a string is gently drawing the crown of your head upward. Place your hands lightly on your lap, thumbs touching. Now breathe, slowly, evenly, deeply. With each inhale, feel your spine lengthen. With each exhale, feel your body settle into the earth. This posture engages the deep stabilizers of your trunk, the transverse abdominis, and multifidus, the muscles responsible for keeping your spine aligned as you move through life. Unlike planks or crunches, which focus on surface tension, Zazen trains endurance and internal balance. It's strength that lasts. Modern neuroscience confirms what monks have known for centuries. Slow, focused breathing lowers cortisol levels, improves blood flow to the brain, and supports cellular repair. In short, Zazen doesn't just calm your mind, it helps your body heal. Start with 5 minutes. Let discomfort be your teacher, not your enemy. Over time, your body adapts. Your back straightens naturally. Your breath becomes smooth. Your thoughts quiet down. That's your inner core waking up. Now that your inner foundation is awake, it's time to reclaim physical power. Kiba Dachi, or horse stance, has been used in Japanese martial arts for centuries to build explosive leg and hip strength. Warriors practiced it to remain stable during long battles, because strength without balance is useless. Here's how to do it. Stand with your feet parallel and about 1.5 shoulder widths apart. Turn your knees slightly outward, keeping your toes pointing forward. Lower your hips as if sitting on an invisible chair. Keep your spine upright and your core gently engaged. Let your arms hang loosely by your sides, shoulders relaxed. At first, you'll feel your thighs working hard. That's good. Those are your quads and adductors reawakening, the muscles that give your steps power. But just beneath them, something more subtle happens. Your hips begin to realign. Over years of sitting, our hips forget how to support us laterally, side to side. Kiba Dachi fixes that. It trains the muscles that stabilize you when you step off a curb, twist, or pivot. This side-to-side stability is the hidden ingredient in fall prevention and joint longevity. Try holding the stance for 20 seconds at first. Rest, then repeat. Over time, aim for a full minute. Keep your knees tracking over your toes. Don't let them collapse inward. If you feel tension in your lower back, engage your lower abs slightly to support the spine. When you stand tall after finishing, notice how light your body feels, like the earth itself is supporting you. That's Kiba Dachi, restoring your natural connection to balance and strength. We've explored 5 ancient Japanese movements that rebuild strength, posture, and stability. Now, let's bring them together with one modern integration, a movement inspired by Japanese training methods but adapted for your everyday home practice. I call it the wall Shiko, a fusion between traditional grounding and modern sports science. Here's how to do it. Stand with your back against a flat wall, feet about 1 foot away, shoulder width apart. Slide down slowly until your knees form a 90-degree angle, as if sitting in an invisible chair. Keep your back flat against the wall, your knees aligned over your ankles. Rest your hands on your thighs or let them hang at your sides. Breathe deeply, in through the nose, out through the mouth, maintaining calm, steady focus. You'll feel your legs engage immediately. The thighs, glutes, and hips are all working together, not in a burst, but in sustained harmony. This is isometric training, holding strength rather than forcing it. It improves endurance, circulation, and even bone density. If you'd like, place a small pillow or ball between your knees and press gently inward. This activates your inner thighs and supports knee alignment, something Japanese trainers have emphasized since the 1980s in balance-based rehabilitation. Start with 30 seconds. That's it. With time, build up to 2 or 3 minutes. This simple hold teaches your body how to generate strength calmly, the essence of Japanese physical philosophy, power in stillness. Now that you know all 6 movements, let's integrate them into a short daily ritual, less than 7 minutes in total. Morning routine, mobility and awakening, 2.5 minutes. 30 seconds of Seiza to lengthen your hips and reset your posture. 1 minute of Zazen to engage your core and balance your breath. 30 seconds per side of Neko Ashi Dachi to activate balance and coordination. Evening routine, strength and stability. 1 minute of Shiko to awaken leg power and joint mobility. 1 minute of Kiba Dachi to build endurance and hip stability. 2 minutes of wall Shiko to anchor strength through calm resistance. That's it, under 7 minutes total. No gym, no equipment, no strain. Just ancient wisdom practiced consistently. Remember, the Japanese approach to aging isn't about chasing youth. It's about maintaining harmony. Every one of these movements teaches something deeper. Shiko builds the strength to stand tall. Neko Ashi Dachi teaches you to move with awareness. Seiza restores dignity to posture. Zazen awakens your inner stillness. Kiba Dachi reclaims your power. Wall Shiko integrates it all into calm, enduring resilience. You don't need hours in the gym to stay young. You need moments of intention. A few minutes each day can reshape not just your muscles, but your confidence, your energy, and your outlook on aging. If you sit too much, start with Shiko. If balance is your challenge, begin with Neko Ashi Dachi. If your posture has weakened, return to Seiza. Each one is a doorway back to strength. Now tell me, which movement are you going to start with today? Share it in the comments below. And if this video inspired you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who deserves to move with strength and grace at any age. Thank you for joining me here on the Golden Path, where we honor the wisdom of movement, the grace of aging, and the power of gentle strength. Until next time, stay grounded, stay balanced, and keep walking your golden path.